Let's be honest, most men spend their lives chasing signs of affection, analyzing texts, and trying to decode every little smile or glance. And yet, what if I told you that sometimes you've already stolen her heart and you don't even realize it? That's right. Without grand gestures, without overthinking, without any dramatic confession, there are subtle, almost invisible ways a woman's heart chooses you. And she's quietly showing it in ways most men completely miss. It starts with the way she values your time. A woman who's quietly fallen for you will make space in her life for you. Even when she's busy, even when she's tired, even when she has countless other obligations screaming for her attention, she'll prioritize you not with words, but with actions. She'll check in, not out of obligation, but because she genuinely wants to know how your day went, what made you smile, what left you frustrated. And here's the thing most men don't see. This isn't something she does for everyone. Only those who occupy a special place in her heart get this level of attention. Then there's the way her energy changes around you. When she's with you, you may notice it subconsciously. She's lighter, more playful, more present. The tension melts, the awkward pauses vanish, and suddenly you feel like time slows down when you're together. That's her heart unconsciously signaling comfort, trust, and attraction. She's letting her guard down around you, something she rarely does unless someone has already captured a piece of her soul. Observe how she listens. I'm not talking about polite nods or half-hearted responses. I mean, she remembers details, your favorite song, a story you once laughed at, a problem you mentioned months ago. Her memory becomes a quiet testament to her feelings. She's not just hearing you, she's absorbing you. This is intimacy before words, a subtle proof that she cares more than she's willing to say aloud. Watch for small gestures. She laughs at your jokes even when they're not funny. She touches your arm casually, brushes past you in a crowded space, leans into conversations with curiosity. These are not accidents. These micro-signals are her heart whispering in ways she doesn't even consciously realize. And here's the beauty. You don't have to decipher cryptic texts or drama-filled conversations. These signs exist in the real moments, in her behavior, in her energy. Finally, notice how she talks about the future. Even in passing, she may mention things like, "We should try that new place together," or "You'd love this movie." She's including you in her mental vision of tomorrow, a silent yet powerful acknowledgement that she's imagining a life where you exist. Most men overlook this, dismissing it as casual conversation, when in reality, it's her heart quietly declaring ownership. So, right now, I want you to pause and think. How many of these signs have you noticed but brushed off as coincidence? The truth is, she's probably been showing you all of these signals quietly, consistently, and without expectation. And the moment you start recognizing them, something shifts. You begin to see the depth of her feelings before she ever speaks them. Because when a woman's heart is quietly yours, it's in the small, unspoken moments where her love truly shines. Women don't always announce their feelings with grand declarations or dramatic gestures. Most of the time, their hearts speak in a language of subtlety, and only a man who knows how to truly observe can recognize it. One of the clearest signs you've already captured her heart is the way she invests in your emotional world. She doesn't just ask, "How was your day?" She listens. She notices. She remembers. And when you're struggling or feeling vulnerable, she doesn't turn away. Instead, she leans in, offering quiet support, comfort, and sometimes even tough love, all without making it about her. This is important. When a woman gives this kind of care, it's not casual. She's not just being polite or friendly, she's emotionally prioritizing you. Her energy, her attention, and her emotional bandwidth are being reserved for you. And that's not something she does lightly. Most men miss this because they expect love to be loud, visible, and obvious. But the truth is, some of the strongest signs of attachment are invisible, almost like hidden currents beneath the surface. Pay attention to how she reacts to your successes and your failures. A woman who secretly loves you will celebrate your victories as if they were her own, not with forced enthusiasm, but with genuine pride and joy. And when you fail, when the world seems to weigh you down, she won't judge or dismiss you. She'll hold space for your struggle, offering encouragement and reassurance. These reactions reveal a deeper connection, a bond that goes beyond physical attraction or casual interest. She's invested in your life because her heart is already intertwined with yours. Notice the way she communicates with you, even in silence. Sometimes the longest glances, the briefest touches, or the way she leans into your personal space say more than words ever could. She's testing the boundaries of closeness, exploring intimacy in a way that's instinctive. Her actions are revealing a subconscious truth. She wants to be near you, to be seen by you, and to exist in your world in a way that no one else can. Then there's the way she seeks your opinion, your perspective, your guidance, not out of obligation, but because she values your mind, your judgment, and the way you see the world. This is huge. Women don't seek advice from men casually. When she does, it's a subtle declaration of trust, respect, and attachment. She wants to share her inner world with you, and that's one of the most profound signs that you've already won her heart. So, take a moment to reflect. How often has she shown care, presence, and attention in ways that felt different from everyone else around her? That difference is the invisible thread that connects her heart to yours. The challenge for most men is recognizing these signs before it's too late, before they misinterpret friendship for indifference or subtle attachment for casual interaction. One of the most powerful signs you've already stolen her heart comes not from what she says, but from how she behaves when no one else is watching. Women reveal their deepest attachments in private moments in ways that are quiet, intimate, and often completely unnoticed by the world. She doesn't need to announce her feelings. Her heart shows itself in subtle rituals, in patterns of attention, in the way she consistently chooses you, without ever saying a word. Think about the little sacrifices she makes for you. Maybe she rearranges her schedule just to meet up, or she stays up later than usual to hear you vent. Perhaps she goes out of her way to remember something small that matters to you, even if it's inconvenient. These aren't obligations. They're voluntary actions fueled by genuine care. A woman who is emotionally invested doesn't do these things for recognition. She does them because deep down she feels connected to your life, your happiness, and your well-being. Notice how she reacts to your humor and your quirks. A woman who secretly loves you won't just tolerate your strange habits. She'll embrace them, laugh with you, and even tease you affectionately. That laughter is not casual. It's a sign of comfort, trust, and emotional alignment. When she enjoys your presence simply as you are, without trying to change you, it's a strong indicator that her heart is already yours. Then there's her protective energy. She may not say it directly, but she instinctively defends your honor, stands by your side in conversations, or subtly checks that you're safe and cared for. This instinct isn't something she gives lightly. Women reserve this type of protective attention for those they genuinely value, those they feel a deep bond with, those whose hearts they've chosen to invest in. Observe her patterns of communication. She texts or calls not just to talk, but to connect, to maintain a thread of intimacy that stretches across days, even when nothing significant is happening. Her messages may be playful, teasing, or even deeply thoughtful, but the intention is clear. She wants you in her mental space, and she wants to remain in yours. If you notice consistency in these small touch points, understand that this is not casual. This is love disguised as everyday interaction. Finally, pay attention to her vulnerability. A woman who's already emotionally attached will lower her walls around you. She'll share fears, dreams, and secrets she guards from everyone else. This is not trust given lightly. It's proof that she sees you as different, that she's letting you into the part of her heart that is usually invisible to the world. Vulnerability is love in its purest form, and if she shows it to you, she's already claimed a space in her heart for you. Some of the clearest signals that you've captured her heart come from the way she subtly tests your presence, your patience, and your emotional depth. Women often do this without even realizing it. It's instinctive. It's how she gauges whether her heart is safe with you, whether she can rely on you, and whether the connection she feels will be reciprocated in ways that matter. These tests aren't manipulative, they're revealing. They show what she's willing to risk for the possibility of a deeper bond. Watch for how she handles conflict. A woman who's emotionally invested won't seek to hurt you during disagreements. Instead, she'll push boundaries carefully, challenge you respectfully, and communicate even her frustrations with a desire to preserve the relationship, not destroy it. Her goal isn't to win. It's to see if you can meet her emotional honesty with stability, patience, and understanding. If she knows her heart is safe in your hands, she'll start opening up in ways she never does with anyone else. Notice how she shares her time and energy. Even small invitations like joining her for something meaningful or including you in plans with her friends or family reveal trust. She's signaling that she sees you as someone who belongs in her world, not just passing through it. This is one of the most overlooked signs because it doesn't scream romance, it whispers attachment. She's silently letting you into her life. And with that comes the deepest form of emotional acknowledgement, inclusion. Then there's the way she mirrors you. Subtle mimicry of gestures, tone, or interests isn't coincidence. It's a reflection of connection. Women unconsciously mirror the people they feel closest to. If she's laughing at your jokes, sharing your enthusiasm for small things, or echoing your way of seeing the world, she's aligning herself with you emotionally and psychologically. That alignment is proof her heart is already leaning towards yours, whether you've recognized it or not. Pay attention to her jealousy, or more accurately, her protective instinct over your attention. It's not about controlling you, and it's rarely dramatic. It's quiet, subtle, and fleeting. She may become a little more attentive when others are around, or she might casually bring up her curiosity about your day and interactions. This isn't insecurity. It's a sign that she values her connection with you and feels its uniqueness. Finally, notice how she remembers the tiniest details. Maybe it's a song you mentioned years ago, a favorite childhood memory, or a passing comment about a dream. She recalls these things not to impress, not to manipulate, but because her heart has stored every detail about you that matters. Every memory she keeps is a thread, quietly weaving her feelings closer to yours, proof that she's already invested in you emotionally. One of the most profound signs that you've captured her heart comes from the way she begins to imagine a future with you, even in the smallest, quietest ways. Women rarely do this casually. When she starts including you in her mental picture of tomorrow, she's already giving you a piece of her heart, whether she says it out loud or not. These glimpses into her imagination reveal attachment, desire, and emotional investment that goes far beyond surface attraction. Notice the little future hints in conversation. She might say, "We should check out that place someday," or "You'd love this show." Casual comments, yes, but psychologically, these are invitations into her world. She's envisioning experiences with you, imagining your presence in her life in ways she's not yet ready to admit openly. Most men miss this because they're looking for overt declarations when, in fact, love often whispers, it doesn't shout. Pay attention to how she shares her dreams and goals. A woman who's emotionally invested may not just tell you about her aspirations, she'll include you in them. Even subtle phrases like, "It would be fun if you were there," or "I'd love to have your opinion on this," indicate that she's already mentally mapping you into her life. Her attachment is quietly integrating into her plans, signaling a desire for connection and partnership. Then there's the way she communicates her fears. Vulnerability isn't just about sharing sadness or insecurity. It's about trust. She lets you see the parts of herself she usually hides, doubts, worries, and moments of weakness. This is a monumental sign. By showing her fears to you, she's revealing that she trusts you to handle the delicate, unspoken parts of her heart. Most women guard these moments fiercely. If she's letting you in, it's because her feelings for you are already deep and sincere. Observe how she reacts when you talk about other women or potential romantic interests. Subtle shifts in tone, body language, or attention often reveal emotional stakes you might not expect. She may not act overtly jealous, but her focus will subtly return to you. Her energy gravitates toward maintaining closeness, and she unconsciously asserts her place in your world. This isn't manipulation. It's a natural emotional response from a woman whose heart is already invested. Finally, watch how she celebrates your presence, not in grand performative gestures, but in the quiet moments. Her laughter when you arrive, the spark in her eyes when you speak, the way she leans in when you share something personal. These small, almost invisible reactions are the clearest signs that she's emotionally yours, that her heart has already chosen you, even before words were exchanged. By now, you should start seeing the pattern. Love, real love, rarely announces itself loudly. It shows up in gestures, in energy, in the quiet persistence of attention, care, and subtle inclusion. If you've noticed her prioritizing your time, celebrating your victories, sharing her vulnerabilities, imagining a future with you, and leaning into your presence, even without saying, "I love you," then it's already happening. You've captured her heart, often without realizing it. The final, most undeniable sign is consistency. Look back and observe the rhythm of her attention. Does she come back even after disagreements? Does she check in even when she's busy? Does she remember the small things that matter to you? Consistency isn't accidental. It's proof of emotional investment. A woman whose heart belongs to you will show up day after day in ways that are sometimes invisible to everyone else, but impossible to ignore once you learn to see. Pay attention to how she reacts when you share your world, when she listens to your dreams, when she laughs at your quirks, when she mirrors your energy. She's silently telling you that she belongs in your story just as you belong in hers. These micro-signals are the glue of emotional connection, subtle, relentless, and unmistakable to anyone willing to look closely. Then there's the rare magic of intuition. A woman who's emotionally yours often senses your mood before you speak, understands your needs without asking, and responds to your silences with care. This isn't coincidence. It's the heart recognizing what the mind hasn't yet. Fully acknowledged. When a woman's intuition aligns with her feelings for you, her entire being quietly confirms that her heart is already intertwined with yours. Now it's time for reflection. Think about all the moments you've overlooked. The laughter, the glances, the small sacrifices, the shared dreams, the vulnerability, the subtle tests, and the consistent care. Add them up, not in numbers, but in emotional weight. How many of these signs have been quietly telling you she's yours long before words were necessary? That's your answer. That's the unspoken equation of connection. So, here's a personal challenge. Take a moment, reflect on her presence in your life, and calculate honestly how many of these invisible signs you've already witnessed. Drop your answer in the comments. And if this video opened your eyes, don't just watch it, like it. Subscribe for more insights into female psychology. And share it with a friend who needs to understand the subtle ways women reveal love, because recognizing these signals isn't just knowledge. It's the key to understanding the heart that's already chosen.